Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game! No, seriously, this song is awesome. It feels actually kind of wasted on this area. I mean, it kind of fits, but at the same time, it feels more like it would go to a significant event or like a final dungeon or something. Anyway, we got plot. We are continuing with plot. This is Red District. The Uniter is named Kolax, I believe, and he's within the broken down castle straight ahead of us. Oh, a bit of trivia. Red District was once the actual main location for Ring before it was destroyed and rebuilt, hence why there's a castle here. Ring was destroyed? Mom seems to think so. She also suspects that it was the same thing that devastated most of Snowtop so many years ago. What happened? I have no idea. Mom won't tell me. But I do wonder if it has anything to do with why it's called Snowtop, even though it's located to the south. Are you suggesting that something so catastrophic happened that an entire snowy region got flung through the sky into the south? Look at Az. He wants to go now. Bah. Yes, as a reminder, we have a sheep with us. May or may not be a capable fighter. Yes? Hello? Is there something I can help you with? I need to see Kolax. Uniter Kolax isn't seeing anyone today. It's best if you keep moving, citizen. Uniter Mitoma sent us. It's okay. You have permission. Mitoma sent you? I see. Very well then. One moment. Where was that hiding? Whatever. Video game. You've been granted access for the time being. Please don't try anything incriminating. No promises. Oh, I was wondering how we were supposed to climb over to the other side. That would be how. I'm just going to kind of peek around here. Apparently these bridges are lower than they look. Hi, Texas. You say this city is too big? You know, a part of me does feel that way. It took quite a while to explore, but at least now we're moving on with the plot. Oh, and I can save now. Huh. There's something I can help you with, citizen. Nope. I can't climb these ladders, so let's just go ahead and see Kolax. After I read his books. Nope, read that one. Analyzing the doctrines, the lesson of Hetrana. Alright, I'm curious. Is this one I read? I don't think I've read this one. Alright, it's only 2 pages, so let's go ahead and take a look. Respect what is taught to you, handed down from your mother and father. It is law. A human being is born into our world knowing nothing, making it a blank slate. Anything can write on this slate, it's just a matter of who gets there first. Because, as the metaphor suggests, what is written on a slate cannot be unwritten. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop there, because I remember reading a story where a pair of separated twins wound up growing up with very much identical personalities, despite living with different families. So there has to be some amount of genetic involvement with how people develop as personalities, I feel like. Anyway, and thus it is paramount that a child is taught everything about our world and the lessons imparted onto us by the 4 goddesses. Who better to teach a child than their own mother and father? This is likely the question invoked from the passage, but it can also be construed as yet more metaphorical writing. The parents in this regard can also mean those who came before, but being human, like the child. This is to ensure the gray does not take hold of any of us, lest we suffer losing our world. Understanding our world in this regard is indeed law. But what is law exactly? Yes, killing your fellow man is against the law, but this is based on our human governments. Law from the goddesses? That would just be the physical limits of the universe. But what is law beyond that? What we are. Who we are. The dictations that guide us with a firm hand, thus allowing us to live in a world created by perfection and beauty. Without this law, we would fall into chaos, a maelstrom of meaninglessness and despair, the very definition of the gray. By the way, I don't mean to be corrective in regards to this blank slate situation. It's just a bit of trivia that I remembered and wanted to share. Wah! Who let you in? I could say Heatrana, but no, the guard. He did he? I told him not to do just that. He had one job. Please, Uniter Colax, we are here at my mother's request to help you with any distractions. Distractions? Probably shouldn't have said that. This is so typical of your mother. Always looking down at us just because we can't fly around or breathe. What? You lost me at breathe. I don't get distracted. Those dang spiriters are what's distracted me. That's why I've replaced them with quiet, unmoving beacons. Those pillars you see dotted around the district, they work wonders. I don't think... I used to be someone, you know. In my prime, I was someone who told people their destinies, gave them grand quests to change the world. Now I'm stuck here making sure these guards don't trip over themselves. See here, children, you want something to do? Lately, the beacons haven't been acting correctly, and it's been annoying me. Understand? It's annoying me, not distracting me. Anyway, it's probably one of those dang pixies again. These things have been such a plague. Just go kick those beacons around. There might be 100 hiding underneath. Then I suppose you can come back to me and tell me you succeeded. Alright, which beacons are we talking about? Well, go on. Go kill some pixies. Alright, what's this? Nothing. A Perrin. So, you know how my mom has these superpowers that have to do with blowing air at people's faces, and then she knows everything about you? Well, I've been practicing the same thing. Sort of. I may be able to sense where the pixie is when we get to the right, beacon. Worth a shot anyway. Okay, well, that's what the breathing is all about. So, the beacons as in these torches? That is my only guess. And I don't think we can leave this area. Or can we? I should check if we can leave this area. Pytaxis says the beacons are the pillars around town. Alright. Pillars around town. How do I get out of here? Oh, so hello there, Torrance! Yes, indeed, an RPG Maker game. I play RPG Maker every Saturday and Monday. Oh, that's how I get out. I just walk there. Nope, not getting anything. Try more to the right. Nope, more to the right. Let me save again. More to the north. Yes! I think there's something here. Kick it! Kick? Yes. Oh. Well, that's a thing. You are not a pixie. Yeah. I swear I was dragged down here and tied up. I was forced to listen to... Oh. You're not a guard. And you're not a pixie. No, miss, I am not. Dang things are crawling all over the... Wait a minute. Don't I know you? I clear the woods, I give you beer. Both of these are true. But the woods seems more like the significant thing here. Ah, yes. Now I remember. How nice of you. Who are you? And how did you get down here? I am Captain Heldon, and I've traveled across the land in search of my one true love, Murray. But they wouldn't let me into Ring, so I had to dig my way into it. You... dug underneath Ring, yes. Well, sort of. I started to, but then hit a pre-built tunnel that went all sorts of places, but I came here instead. Had to board up the hole to prevent them pixies from following me. They are swarming the canals underneath the city. Place above is swarming with guards, though. It's probably Ring. So you're welcome to stay if you'd like. Just don't attract any of the guards. I have to wait for an opening. Well, Kolak should be happy to know it wasn't pixies. Bah! Can we open this up? And in case you're wondering, the bah comes from the sheep on my team. We have a sheep on my team. Thought I'd write a letter to Murray. But then I remembered I can't get the letter out of here. I don't know where she lives, and I can't write. Also, I don't have any ink. Or a quill. So I'm just staring at some paper. Oh, that's a book we've read before. Alright. I guess we're done here. Out of curiosity. No, that was the quest. So. What? You're back already? There was actually a I mean, you did it? Kill the things? It was a bloody massacre. Good answer. And it worked. Don't sense a thing. Now get out. What are you still doing here? I told you I'm no longer distracted. Go let me tell him now. Sure. Well, that's all of them. We should return to the shrine and see if Mom's happy with the results. Cool. That was way simpler than I thought it would be. But still took about 15 minutes. So I'm glad I took the episode break when I did. Again, to those of you who just showed up, this particular map is really big and really busy, so the lag is a thing in the game. The occasional stuttering. Also, this song is still awesome. But we're not going to sit and listen to it. High Taxes is asking if I took the princess with me in the West Sewer. No, I did not, and I feel like I'm going to regret that. We have returned. I sense it is done. The other three Uniters are at peace with themselves and with their surroundings. Nah, I don't know about that last one, but if you say so. Before we begin the ritual, Perrin, I believe Drake and Lilith would like to speak with you. And Quetzal, I could sense that you wanted to speak with me about Praxis. Return to me, Perrin, once you've conferred with the others. Alright, let's go ahead and take care of that. Talk to you again, though, just in case you say something new. Hey, Perrin! Ez and I had fun traveling the city with you. What's this about Praxis? Oh, it's silly. I've never really asked any of the other Uniters their opinions before. I just assumed they were like Mom. But now I kind of feel bad for them, being forced into a situation like this. I wonder what kind of person the king is to do that. To my understanding, a very superstitious one. Ah, Perrin, hello. I saw you speaking with Mitoma. So your mission is finished? I'm glad. I just wanted you to know that after the fusion, we have no other task. But it would be wise to rest for the evening so we can rise early tomorrow. You've never met the king before, so it would be best if you were in top form. Then again, with the way you sleep, I'm unsure when you are in top form. Speak with Mitoma when you're ready. So you're done? Yeah? You're done? Good. Drake told me all about your secret metal thing. I didn't believe him at first, but I figured trying to prove you guys wrong would be bad if I was wrong myself. Yeah, kinda. So I figured that I would make a scabbard for it to use as protection. Neat, huh? It's all set. I ran back to Green District while you were away to make it. Will it work? Maybe. Encouraging. You've spoken with them. Are you then ready to begin the ceremony? Oh, here we go. Place your sword into the water. I feel like that was overkill. And apparently you agree with me. Yes, that was dramatic. With this, Perrin, you should be able to essentially cut your way into this so-called Bridge of Absence. Although, at the moment, I doubt any of us have any idea how to do such a thing, but we shouldn't worry about that right now. For now, let's just get our bearings, Well, we got the super sword. Combined with the essence of the Bridge of Absence. So how do I switch between Holy Mode and Instant Death Mode? Oh! Oh! Yeah, this is actually kind of a nice sword. Oh, wow, that's got some range to it. I might still hold on to the, flail, though. It's weaker, but easier to hit enemies, I guess. I am glad you were able to receive such a weapon. Before you rest, Perrin, I believe Drake wanted to share a few more words with you. He seems to be nervous. Not that it would show on that stone face of his. Not talking to you. Oh wait, yes I am. Just from a different side. Quite the light show. Haven't ever seen anything like it. That sword must be crazy. I keep being offered to say something about the Bridge of Absence. Anyway, hey, get some sleep, yeah? King's going to tire you out. Physically. Emotionally. You will be scarred. Wow! That was nuts! I thought we were all going to turn into sheep. But we weren't. My life is terrible. You know, I can kind of relate to your disappointment. Next time, make sure we turn into sheep, okay? Bah. Bah! Okay, so maybe it was her this entire time. Hello, bro. I knew it would work. I am a woman of faith. Hear me, gods, for I have created thunder. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yep. I'm going back over here to ask about this Bridge of Absence. I apologize, but my study of Aris has taken priority over everything else. This bridge isn't something I am familiar with. However, its concepts are very similar to the place of worship known to the Urek of Uretiath, Dark Isle. Perhaps they would know of a solution. For you, Respirin? Yeah, okay. Do I ask everybody else about this bridge? That's not something I've ever heard of. And you said the Geiken knew about this? Huh. Well, they were always a strange bunch. And relatively the same messages. Sounds like the most terrible bridge in the world. Oh, I know of the place. You do? Oh yeah, definitely. It's my love life. Every time I get a man tied down, poof, he just floats away. Forgot what I was talking about. Well, that was interesting. Too bad we can't ask the save rabbit about the Bridge of Absence. I've never been up here at night. It's quite beautiful. Most of my nights in Ring have been spent in Green District. We have some time. Join me for a bit? Sure. Thank you. I wanted to lay out what I think we should bring up. Relaying information about the Aquans and Acolytes should take priority. Yeah. The Aquans are those turban thieves who all look the same. The Acolytes are the people who were with Fury. While leaderless at the moment, they still pose a viable threat. This will also lead into the subject of the Geiken. Their own fanaticism has made them a danger to you and those we both care about. As harsh as it sounds, they should all be facing justice. Then there's the Signet. I don't want to incriminate the king for anything he hasn't done, but it would be wise to at least bring it up and perhaps get some answers. And there is one more thing. I'm going to tell him that you are the Kolrad. Why? It is important that we get to this subject, or that we get this subject out in the open before he hears it differently. How would he hear it differently? The only thing I know about this is that I'm supposedly destined to destroy the world. That there's no way to butter up such information. As I shift in my seat here, make myself more comfortable. If he hears it from the Geiken, you will most likely be killed on the spot. Again, I don't see how our explanation will be any different. From us up front, you can be established as someone who isn't a threat and is willing to take measures to make peace. There isn't anything else I wish to bring up. Do you have any questions for me? Not really. Well, I think we should get some rest now. We have a long day ahead of us. Tempting. Very tempting. But I feel like this is something that I should not be asking about. I'm asking about it. Okay, I won't press further. She was my fiancée. What happened? I suppose there's no point in trying to hide this from you any longer. I shouldn't be so touchy about it, since there is nothing wrong here. And I trust you. Ah, thank you. He sighs. We met up north. She was orphaned very early on, and was forced into living in the wilderness, hunting to survive. Oh crap. I wasn't expecting a flashback. Do I have time for a flashback? My father and I passed her by after she had saved us from an entire pack of wolves. We took her in pretty quickly. As would have been expected of someone like her, she was essentially feral, untrusting of any human being, much like the animals she hunted. But we made it work. Over time we gained her trust and she ours. Her hunting skills definitely helped us as well, as we sort of stopped having to pay for her food. Unfortunately, this is when... You've never heard of the Northern Event, have you? I'd imagine not, given your age, but I won't go into too much detail here. All that needs to be said is that many people were killed on that day, my parents included. Perius and I survived solely because she had saved us. Unfortunately, this act of selflessness cost Karen her legs. Had it not been for the kindness of a young doctor from Ring, she would have bled out and that would have been it. That doctor's name is Lawrence. You know him as Vincent's father. Despite saving her life, however, it was plain that she was never going to walk again. As a huntress, this emotionally and psychologically devastated her. She had saved my life, so I had resolved to save hers. We all had moved in with Lawrence, who was still unmarried but living with Vincent's mother at the time, and it was in Ring where I learned to work iron. With Lilas's mother tutoring, I was able to craft Karen a pair of iron legs. Obviously, though, simply putting metal on a person's body does not mean they would be able to move it around. So it was the typical love-struck teenager setting out on a lone journey across East Desert in search of Lasha Springs so that I may seek out her help. Did you find her? Yes, and she was willing to help. From her, I received something called the Mind Medallion, an artifact that allowed for eternal mental control. In the case of Karen, she was finally able to control her new legs. She was able to walk again. After many months of extensive practice, the two of us set out into East Desert once more to thank Lasha for her act of kindness. Funnily enough, she wasn't there. So, in light of failing our objective, I proposed at the spring. Why didn't it work out? Our parting was mutual. We never stopped loving each other, nor was there any hostility. Our separation was born out of a difference in ideals. We were both visionaries, wanted to see the world grow and change, to see it mature in the way we saw fit. And for a while, we worked to that end. But we came to find out that our methods and end goals were far too unaligned for us to ever agree on a compromise. I believe in virtue and kindness. I saw this firsthand. Had it not been for the wolves, Karen would not have saved us. Had it not been for the disaster, Florence would not have saved Karen. And had it not been for the death of my parents, I would not have fallen in love with Karen. Karen, on the other hand, believed that treating the world like a child would allow it to grow and understand consequence. She wanted to heal it from within the shadows, behind the scenes. To this day, I have not figured out who is right. Perhaps we are both wrong. Maybe I'll never know. I apologize. I've spoken for quite a bit. You must be tired. Go on to bed. We will speak again in the morning. And Perrin, thank you for listening. Well, in that case, yes, you did kind of take our time there. So we're going to go on break time.